Hi everyone, it's Raina. So this video is for those people who have their natal sun in conjunction with Mars. So the sun represents your aspirational self, the goals that you wish to achieve, and the sign of your sun will hone in on specifics when it comes to, what type of goals. For instance, if your sun is in Pisces, you may have goals that involve something of a spiritual or artistic nature. And by spiritual, this can even be any kind of profession or service to others, which is really sacrificial, which is not about you just being on center stage and getting, all these accolades because you're so talented in a kind of an egotistical sense where you want to have all kinds of honors laid at your feet, but you really are interesting in helping humanity. And I'm not suggesting that you can't have those things as well, but I'm just saying that a sign like Pisces or Virgo, your first priority would be, am I helping other people with whatever it is I'm doing? Over, I want that glory. And, the same thing, I mean, there are other signs as well. And if you are an evolved person of any sign, you will have that. But in terms of the helping professions, I do associate it specifically with certain signs, like I just mentioned. And if you're a fire sign, you may have the desire for creative life in some way, a very autonomous type of lifestyle. And with this conjunction, this enhances that for sure. So if you are a fire sign, you're going to be even more interested in that kind of autonomy. Mars is your ambition, the way you do things, the way you assert yourself. And the sun is that light that you shine as an individual. So with this conjunction, it's always going to have an Aries influence, no matter what that conjunction is. Most conjunctions are going to be in the same sign, very close in degrees. Well, I mean, it depends on the two planets involved, I think, but in this case, I mean, they will tend to be in the same sign, and therefore, whatever that sign is, it's going to give you information about what the nature of that concentrated influence is. So I gave you certain examples, but there's that Aries quality underneath. So even if your Sun and Mars are both in Pisces, you're still going to have an uncharacteristic Aries kind of feistiness as a Pisces or as a Virgo or as a Cancer, these signs that I think of as more understated. And it's going to make you a lot more like an Aries person. And that is I think that this can really overwhelm the actual sun sign, to be honest with you. And people might think that you are an Aries. And if you are a Pisces, you may have, maybe you have Venus in Aries, and obviously anybody can have the moon in any sign or the rising sign in any sign and give off that vibe as well. But anyway, this makes you very confident, and you may be a quivering mass, jellyfish inside, but on the outside you have a sense of bravado. And I would say, especially if you are a more sensitive sign, like a water sign, Scorpio's a little bit iffy because Scorpio is co-ruled by Mars. And its other ruler is Pluto, and that's not to be messed with either. So I'm going to exclude Scorpio from that, but Cancer or Pisces, if you're a Virgo, if you are a Taurus, anything that is more of a quiet thing. Capricorns are cardinal signs, so they may be more of that natural leader and things like that. So I'm just thinking in those terms. And you just are very energetic. And if your sun sign is in a fixed sign, like for instance Taurus, or Aquarius, or Leo, or Scorpio, that combination between fixed, that conjunction in fixed signs can be like incredible, because then there's that endurance, because you already have this energy from this conjunction. And this energy can be they can rub off on other people. I got my information from cafeastrology.com, so thank you, but I'm trying to find, they said something, I put down, just like these different attributes, but I didn't, there was a lot there, and, well, they said dynamic energy, you need an outlet for your dynamic energy, but I was looking for, they said that you have presence. I just think that it rubs off on other people, your energy, because I know that I have experienced that, where somebody is an Aries, or maybe they do have a conjunction between the Sun and Mars, and it's very infectious. It really can inspire other people in a lot of ways. One of the things I have also found, though, is that sometimes it's a little bit unsettling, because there can be this bossy type of, this aggressive nature. And sometimes that rubs me the wrong way. So you may find that you rub people the wrong way with some of these characteristics that are like Aries, which is a blunt manner, like speech and everything like that, and an abrupt manner. That's one of the things that always gets me, is there is this tendency to be very abrupt. Like, you try talking to one of these people, somebody may try to talk to you, and you're like already done with it, because they didn't, it's funny, I didn't see the word impatient once, but I kind of just like skimmed it, so maybe I didn't catch it. But to me, there's always the next place that you want to be, and because of that, you may dismiss somebody that wants to have more than a few words with you, because you're already ready to move on, and you're so ambitious and action oriented that that's another reason you don't want to just sit there and engage in idle chit chat when you could be doing something. There's like a very strong desire for accomplishment, okay? And you accomplish more alone than you do working with others. Libra, which is the opposite sign of Aries, is the sign of the partner. And so if you have your sun in conjunction with Mars in Libra, you may be one of those rare Libras that prefer to work alone, because you feel like you're going to get more done, and you just prefer it that way. Your autonomy is important. This is obviously for everybody. And that means that you don't want somebody else to be able to call the shots in your life. And, there may be situations where that isn't possible across the board, but you at least want to feel that you have some control over your life. That's very important to you. There's a bravery with you, and that may even inform the type of occupation that you get involved, and you may join the military because Mars is the god of war and is connected to that. And perhaps you're not looking to see action per se, but you might do it just for the benefits, but you're not afraid to do it. So, I mean, this might be the position of somebody who signs up knowing that they will go and be and see action. But I mean, some people would be afraid to sign up no matter what. But you do love a challenge, and they didn't mention this, but I would assume any type. They mentioned any type of career where there could be danger involved. So I would say being a police officer or maybe even a firefighter, because Mars is associated with Aries, and Aries is a fire sign, and also maybe an EMT, like a paramedic, where you're on the scene of these accidents and situations that are kind of life and death and things like that. Or what was the other thing I was thinking about? Definitely an athlete, because of that competitive spirit. You have a very competitive spirit. But even if let's say your sun is in conjunction with Mars in a sign that's associated with teaching, like Gemini or Sagittarius or Virgo, something like that, you would be the one who would work in a dangerous area. I mean, where there's a high crime environment, because you just feel like this sense of it would be almost like being, on the front lines of a battle. Working in a high school that is like infamous for having a lot of violence in it or something. So these kinds of situations these types of professions, that bravery is required in different environments, and that it's you might even you might take it as a challenge, and you like those challenges in life. Now that's an important point to make, is that you need that kind of an outlet to exercise that side of yourself that's very adventurous. And if you don't have it, you might create drama in a negative way. You could be a bully. You could be confrontational. You could be, a somebody who melts down at the drop of a hat. And so you have to channel this energy in a positive, constructive manner. Let me see if I missed anything. I think overall this is a very positive, overall positive conjunction, and productive. You can take the initiative in love and love that thrill of the chase. So if somebody is too, gives in too quickly, maybe you're bored. I think, I don't know if I don't think I saw this, but I do think that you're the type of person who would get bored pretty easily with a partner. So somebody would have to keep you on your toes in order for you to sustain interest in them. And even from the get-go, if you are initiating contact with somebody, you're flirting with them, you ask them out, and this could be male or female. Even the female is going to exhibit masculine tendencies, meaning that outwardly assertive nature or aggressive nature, because this is a masculine combination here. Both of these planets are masculine. So regardless of gender or anything else, that would make you more of the aggressor in relationships. And when that kind of thing happens and the other person maybe is playing hard to get, that might be even more enticing to you. Now, obviously, I'm talking about if they really are interested, because you don't want to, pursue somebody that is clearly not interested. But if somebody is, you can tell that they're interested, but they're trying to act like they're not, or they keep talking to you, but then they keep, saying, postponing, when they're going to go out, that can just, make you even more interested. If they just like accepted, right off the bat, you might be a little bit bored, immediately, because you just love a challenge. And definitely, like I said before, this may indicate somebody who would be very interested in sports, maybe even professionally, because of that competitive environment. So, in any case, I hope that this resonated. If you would like a personal reading, the link is below. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye.